Hi, I'm Mark Fierbacher and welcome to another Universal Imports podcast. Today we're going to be talking about wheel alignments. We have just recently acquired the Hunter Win Align 11 Hawkeye alignment machine. This is the most state-of-the-art alignment machine on the market today. It's been said in the past, and I've told many customers, that there's no such thing as checking an alignment. The time it actually took to put your car on an alignment machine and hook it up, set it up, and check the alignment was almost the same amount of time it took to actually do an alignment. That took actually almost an hour, if not longer. Not anymore. With this new equipment, we can put your car on the rack and we can check your alignment specs within 5 minutes. Alignments are made up of 3 components: camber, caster, and toe. The camber is when your wheels are doing this or this. From the top of the tire or from the front of the car, if your tires are bowed in or bowed out, that would be your camber adjustment. Caster is when the wheels are sitting in front or behind the spindle or front or behind the load, if you will. Caster is something that is typically not adjustable on most cars. It can affect pull, it can affect steerability, and is usually out caused by some sort of trauma to the car, whether it be an accident or a bend in a part like a shock or a strut tower or a subframe, something like that. Typically, we're not too concerned about caster. Most cars' caster is within spec or very close. The main part of an alignment, and what almost every car needs an alignment adjustment for, is the toe. When your wheels are either doing this or this, that's your toe in and toe out. That's where we get most of our scalloping of our tires, we get road noise from our tires, we get pull from our tires, we get vibration from our tires. Most of this is caused by toe. Toe and camber are the things that we usually adjust. On Audis, for example, the camber is adjustable in the rear. On the front, if we need to adjust the camber, it requires special parts, some bolts. Caster, if we do need to adjust caster, it's usually a more involved process that involves parts replacements. Today I have Derek with me. He is going to walk us through just quickly how an alignment is done. We're going to show you how we hook up the sensors, how the screen tells us where the specs are, and show you how we go through the alignment process. If you have any questions, please contact us at our website, www.universalimports.com. There's a contact page on there. Feel free to email us with any questions you have. We are trying to set up now that we can actually email your alignment specs directly to your email address. So when your alignment's done, or if your alignment's been checked and you need to leave, we can get you your alignment specs right over email. Call us at 585-381-8677, or you can always email me, Mark, M-A-R-K, at universalimports.com with any questions you might have. With that, Derek is going to set up the alignment machine. We're going to show you what the specs are on this beautiful 2009 Audi A6. So now Derek has finished putting the car on the alignment machine, setting up the sensors, doing the adjustments needed for the machine and the computer to determine whether this car is in or out of spec. We now have our spec sheet, if you will, or our spec sheet up here and the computer has now sensed where every wheel is and whether an adjustment is needed. So Derek, can you tell me, how is the toe on this car?
As you can see, everything's in green, so everything looks good. The front toe is pretty even on both sides, so I would leave that alone. Camber looks good. Everything on this car looks really, the back's a little bit, could be use some adjustment on the back toe.
But it's still within spec.
It's still within spec.
If it's in green,
it's in spec. If it's
then
in
it's
red,
clean. Each one of the four wheels, it exaggerates a little bit as to the angle of the wheels, just because it's an easier visual. There's other ways that we can look at this. Can you show some of the other screens that we have? This is the more technical way of looking at the alignment. But for the customer's sake and for the viewing pleasure of our audience, we'll go back to the wheels, which looks the coolest, no doubt. This car actually seems to be in pretty good alignment. No wonder, it's one of the cars we have for sale. And we do an alignment on every car that we have here for sale before it goes out. If you need your car checked, please feel free to call us. Again, 585-381-8677, or email us, Mark, M-A-R-K, at universalimports.com. Once we have your alignment specs checked and we see that your car needs an alignment, then we go under the car and we adjust the tie rod ends, and that's what will adjust our toe in and out. So what are we looking at here, Derek?
this is actually the front toe, which is connected to your steering rack. This is an adjustment which will adjust your toe in or toe out adjustment on the front of the vehicle.
So you're telling me, if I bring a customer back here and we want to explain to them what's going on and what needs to be adjusted, we can actually pull up a picture of the front of his car so he can see what the tie rod end looks like and where we're going to adjust it.
Exactly. This machine has the capability of bringing up a picture of what adjustment is going to be made, and we can actually show the customer.
And this is actually what an Audi, this is an Audi configuration, right? This isn't just a generic configuration. This is the car.
Of the vehicle we are working on at the time, yes.
So can you show me camber adjustment?
Sure can. It'll show you here. It says camber cannot be adjusted. It'll tell you what you can do if you need to do it in the severity of an alignment.
So here it would say, by moving the subframe, it is possible to center the camber. So if this car, say we're in an accident or something, it would tell us what we need to do in order to correct the camber adjustment.
Correct.
Wow, that's pretty great.
And obviously caster is not an adjustable angle. It'll tell you, manufacturer does not specify.
Now you had told me once that the camber is adjustable in the rear of an Audi. So is there a way we can actually see a picture of a camber bolt in the rear of an Audi?
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm really putting you through the test here.
There you go. There's a rear camber.
So this bolt right here is what you would adjust to adjust the rear camber on a car.
Correct.
You know what I'd like to do, Derek, is I'd like to spend a little time looking at our new Road Force balancing machine. How do you feel about spending some time with that? Here we are with our new Hunter Road Force balancing machine. This is a great machine. It does more than just balance your tires. It actually measures the road force. What road force is when you have a tire that, say, has went over a pothole or has a broken belt in it, and it becomes egg-shaped or it has a high spot in it. This can actually sense where the low spot and high spots are on the tire and the wheel. It can tell us to take the tire off the wheel and remount it in the spot where the high spot will flatten out, the low spot will raise, depending on what the situation you have with your tire. Derek here is going to just walk you through a quick balance, and we'll show you how we balance the tire here. We've balanced our wheel. It came out okay. This wheel's already been balanced. But it only takes us a matter of minutes to see if your car's tire or wheel are out of balance, whether or not there's a high spot, a broken belt. We can find out anything when it comes to the drivability of your car and report back to you and hopefully get you back on the road quickly, safely. Balanced your tire and wheel assembly. We've aligned the vehicle. Now you're ready for the open road. It's nothing but smooth riding from here. I'm Mark Fierbacher. Thank you very much for joining us on this exciting podcast. Look forward to seeing you next month with a new version of the Universal Imports podcast. Until then.